So the next topic is about access modifier. So till now we have seen an access modifier of public. Okay, so every time I used to say public is one of the access modifier, and there are many more other access modifiers. Okay, let's see one by one. So does anybody know any access modifier? I'll be watching your chart. If you somebody knows, they can ping me.
It's private,
Okay,
um, protected,
okay,
default, and public.
okay. Sure, that's right. That's right. Swati. Great. Okay. So everyone, please note down. So what access modifier specifies? Okay, access modifiers in Java specifies scope of a member. Okay, scope of a data member, method, constructor, or class. Okay, you need to note down this point. Access modifiers in Java specifies scope of a data member, that is variable, a method, constructor, or a class. Okay, so and there are four types of Java access modifiers. One is private, default, protected, public. Okay, so if you use a private access modifier, the variables first, when I say access modifier, there are two questions should come into picture. Okay, that is one thing. One thing is, so where can I apply this access modifier? So there is a class, there is a method, there is a variable, there is a constructor, right? What are the things we know? Okay, let's take private. Okay, where can I apply? So there is a class, there is a method, and there is a variable, constructor, and variable, right? So where can I apply this private? That is the first question. And the second question is that what is the use of private? These are the two things. So whenever you think about access modifier, these are the two questions you should come into picture. Okay, so the use of private access modifier is that if you apply a private access modifier, okay, and that particular property, okay, that particular member, that could be a variable or a method, constructor, or class, whatever it is. Okay, so if you apply access modifier to a member, when I say member, you please think of all these things. Okay, when I say member, you can please think of all these things. If I apply a private access modifier, and that particular member will be accessed only within the class. Okay, and outside the class nobody can access it. Okay, so in a Java application we can create multiple classes. Any doubt? Okay, we can create multiple classes. Okay, and each class, by creating the object for each class, one object can invoke with other objects, by its methods or variables, however it wants. Okay, so when I apply access modifier to a private, so the only, so it can be accessible within the class only. Okay, that is one thing. And where and all you can apply this private? Okay, so private can be applied to the variable, private can be applied to the constructor and the method. That's it. Okay, there is no private class. When I say yes, when I say why, it is nothing but yes. Okay, now coming to public. Okay, if I mention a member with public access modifier, if I mention a member with public access modifier, and that particular member can be accessed in the entire application. Okay, anybody can access it. Okay, within the class, outside the class, from anywhere you can access those members. Yes, you can apply public to the method, constructor, and also variable. Okay, now coming to default. So if a member is defined with default access modifier, that can be accessed within the package, remember. So I'll be explaining through examples, but right now please remember all this stuff. You can apply default access modifier to class, method, and a constructor, and also a variable. Okay, so if you do not mention any access modifier to a variable, class, method, constructor, is nothing but it is a default access modifier. Okay, now tell me, what is the access modifier for this variable? What is the access modifier for this variable? I was not applied any access modifier here. Now what Java consider this variable? What is the Java consider? What kind of access modifier Java will consider for this particular variable? Please answer me. Oh,
It's public, Sudeep.
okay. So let me repeat once again. If you not define any access modifier to a member, Java consider it as a default.
Okay, okay.
Now, what is the answer?
It's default because we haven't mentioned any number
Yes.
for that.
Okay. So these are the points which you need to note down. Okay. So I request and recommend everybody have a pen and paper or pen and book with you. And when I stress some words, when I stress some statements repeatedly, please note down. It's nothing but I wanted you to note down it. When I uh, uh, tell 2 times or 3 times, I wanted you to note down it. Okay, so for all these things, it's not recommended to go and watch the 40 hours, sorry, 40 minutes, 1 hour video, right? Okay, that's fine. And this table also very important. That is the reason I'm defining it. Now, protected. Okay, so protected. Okay, so it's same as default. Protected access modifier is same as default. Okay, is nothing but it can be the protected member can be accessed within the package also. Okay, outside the package, within the package you can access, and apart of that you can also access the members of its base class. Okay, you can also access the members of its parent class, and that parent class can be within the package or outside the package. You can access the protected members within the package, and also the parent class that can be within the package or okay. So okay, so let me write in this simple manner: within the package and outside the package through inheritance only. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. And the point you need to remember is it cannot be applied to the class, and it can be applied to the other things. Okay, so these are the things you need to remember. So the private and protected cannot be applied to the class, and rest of public and default can be applied to each and everything, and private and protected cannot be applied to the class only. Okay, so when you go for some Java certification exams like that, okay, so they will create a class, private class or something, and they will give you something like this, very simple one. Okay, and you know by seeing it immediately you will say answer is 0, but on the bottom there is a compilation error also. Okay, you need to look into all those things. You can just try it. Illegal modifier for the class, only public, abstract, final are permitted. Okay, what is abstract and final we'll discuss later, but right now you remember private is not applicable to a class, and also protected. Okay, now you can see the same. Illegal modifier for the class car only. Okay, car only, public, abstract and final are permitted. Okay, so what is abstract and final we'll discuss in the later classes. Right now we can discuss also, we'll discuss only this one. Okay, let's see some of the access modifiers. So fine, this is fine. I mentioned it as a private. Okay, and I'm accessing this engine number here. That's well and good. Okay, let me create another class, access demo class. Okay, and in the main method what I'm doing is I'm creating an object for car. Car is equal to new car. Okay, so we can create an object for other classes also. Okay, now I'm trying to call c dot. Where is engine number? I can't see it. Okay, when you type c dot, it gives you a pop-up. Now can you see color is accessible? Okay, color whose type is string from the class car is accessible, but I can't see the engine number. The reason is engine number is a private. Engine number is declared with private access modifier. If I declare a private access modifier to a variable, okay, that cannot be accessed outside the class. It should be accessed within the class. Okay, what is the private access modifier says? Okay, if you specify private access modifier to any member, and that particular member, that could be a method or no, constructor or variable, whatever it is, and that particular member will be accessed within the class. Okay, now demo for private, we are done. Let's define the, we are not define anything for string color. What is the access modifier for string color will Java apply? Please answer me this one. I was not defined any access modifier to the string. Is nothing but what is the access modifier? At least you can. Okay, okay, thanks everyone. It's default, yes, right? Okay, now what is the use of default access modifier? So what happens if I apply a default access modifier to a member? When I say member, it can be a class, constructor, method, variable. Remember. Okay, what happens if I apply default access modifier to a member? So if I apply default access modifier to a member, and that particular member can be accessed only within the class, only within the class. Okay, sorry, I'm very sorry. If you apply default access modifier to a member, it can be accessed within the package. Okay, only within the package, not class. Class is only for private. If I apply default access modifier to a member, that can be accessed only within the package. Remember. Now I created a access demo, and this access demo and this car, do you see where the color is defined? It is defined in the car. Okay, so this car and access demo both are defined in the same package, so I can able to access this color. Okay, I can able to access this color. Let me define color as something. Okay, we'll define color as red. Okay, and let's run this program, and you can see red is printed. Okay, perfect. Now let me create a new package. Package com.mgc dot. Okay, so UCC. Let's say modifiers. Modifier. Let's remove the class which is by default creates. Okay, let's move this access demo from the package to com.mgc.modifier. Okay, now we can see. Okay, okay, now this car is in a package org.mgc.ex, and this com.mgc.modifier is in another package. Okay, this is another package where access demo is available. Okay, now you can consider that car and access demo are in different package, not in the same package. Any doubt in that? These two are in different package. Now let's go to the access demo and see what happens. So I'm not able to create an object for the car. Let's see the reason. Car cannot be resolved to a type. Car cannot be resolved to a type. Okay, so the reason is that car is declared with the car is declared with nothing, is nothing but Java will specify class as a default access modifier. Okay, you can apply default access modifier to where and all. You can apply default access modifier to class, method, constructor, everything you can apply default access modifier. Okay, so for the class, now the access modifier specified was default access modifier, and when you define a default access modifier to a member, and those members can be accessed within the package, but this particular access demo is in outside the package where car is defined, where car class is defined. It is defined in org.mgc.example, right, ex, and this access demo was defined in some other package. So that's the reason I cannot able to access this car. Let's define this car to public. Let's define this class to public. Now you can see. Now you can see car is accessed. Car is accessed. Okay, but color is not accessed. Okay, why the color is not accessed? The field car.color is not visible. The reason is the color is defined with default access modifier. If we can declare it as public, sorry, not there. If we can declare this as public, now you can see it's gone. There is no error, right? Now let's change. Now you can see car is not resolved. Okay, so we have to define it as public in order to access this car class in different packages also. Okay, and it has to be defined public, otherwise what happens if I don't define it color as public? You can see it is not accessible. The reason is The color is defined with the default access modifier, and default access modifiers can only be accessed within the package. And where access demo is in outside the package, I'm trying to use a color of a car. Okay, so just understand. I'll just come back in a minute. So any questions, please ask me. You need to practice a lot these things which are most confused, but in my case, I don't think it is confused. I was going in a very systematically and explaining each and everything very clearly. Okay, the only thing which is pending is protected. Okay, so if you define a private, the members will be accessed only within the class. If you define a public, the members can be accessed from anywhere. And if it is defined with default, the members can be accessed within the package. I have shown an example. Car is in one package and access demo is in another package, and I have shown you. So what happens there? And protected, you can access the protected members within the package. It is same as default. Once again, it is same as default. You can access the protected members within the package and outside the package through inheritance only. This is the only difference with default and protected. Okay, you can also access the protected members outside the class but through inheritance only. Now let's define let's define this car. Let's define this color, okay, as protected. Now you can see. So what is the definition of protected? You can access the protected members within the package. It is same as default, right? It is same as default. But if you see here, car and access demo are both are different packages. Okay, so in this case, how I can able to access this color from access demo? Okay, so it is possible through inheritance. Let's see that. What I can do is I will inherit the car. And let's see once again. C dot. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay, let's define once again. Car equal to new C dot that's the difference. We'll do one thing. Public void display. Okay, and system dot color you can able to access, and the method message also you can able to access. Okay, let's define okay. So remember one thing. Okay, so I defined the color and the method message. I defined the color and the method message in the car as protected. Okay, so that's a reason. Even though this color and message are defined in different packages, okay, defined in the car, and that is defined in other package org mgc.ex, even though I can able to access the color and the message, the color member as well as message member. Okay, so let's, the reason is, even though those defined in two different packages, as I defined it as protected and I inherited that particular class car, that's the reason I can able to access this one. Okay, so when I inherit another class, what happens is, so all the members which are variables and methods will be accessible also to the subclass, also to the child class, that is access demo. Okay, so that's the reason I can able to access it as through protected. Let's see whether I can able to access it as system. Let's define one more thing, two more variables. Okay, so one is int speed, okay, which is default, right? And another one is boolean is automatic. Okay, so let's define this one as private. Okay, now let's see whether I can able to access these two things here. Even though I create cars equal to new car c dot, so I can't see the member which is defined as private, and also I can't see the member which is defined with default. Okay, even now you can see, even now we can't see. Okay, so that's a difference with protected. Okay, so it's same as protecteds are same as a default. Okay, within the package you can use it, no, there is no issues. Okay, let's let's create one more class, a class same access demo. I say package is nothing but within the package. Okay, the car and package, the car and access demo package, both are in the same package. Okay, let's define main. Okay, car c equal to new car, and c dot, you can see color, c dot, what else you can access, you can access color, c dot, what else, speed, c dot, anything else you can access. So message is a method. Okay, let's understand why others cannot be accessed. So it is defined as private engine number, so I cannot access this private member outside the class. Okay, this private members can only be accessed within the class, not outside the class. Okay, so let's remove this one. Okay, and the private is automatic, private boolean is automatic. As I said, private members cannot be accessed within the, private members can only be accessed within the class, can be only accessed within the class, not outside any of the class. Okay, and the only thing is protected, string color equal to red, and int speed. Now you can see, so this is defined as default and this is defined as protected, even though one is defined as default, one is defined as protected. So both, one of the similarity of both is both of the members can be accessed within the package. You can see here. Okay, you can access the protected members within the package. Okay, the same definition, if you can see it, default also will be having. Default is nothing but the members you can access within the package, that's it, nothing else. And when it comes to the protected, you can access the protected members within the package and also outside the package through inheritance only. So that is one thing. If you make this one as public, is automatic public, you can access anywhere. Okay, you can access within the package or outside the package, so there is no question of it. Okay, c dot is automatic, you can see. And the same thing, you can also access outside the package also. Okay, access demo is defined outside the package, c dot is automatic. Yes, you can see now. So one more thing you need to remember is that, which I not told, c dot, you can't see color here. Okay, you cannot see color. Okay, what is the definition of color? What is the definition of protected? Protected members can be accessed within the package and also outside the package through inheritance. Okay, so I did the inheritance, but still I cannot access it, right? The protected members I cannot access through using object name. Okay, but I can access directly. Okay, I can access directly, okay, without the object name. I can access directly without the object name. Okay, so that one thing you need to remember. Okay, so like this also, from the static method you cannot access. Okay, leave it. So this is how you can access the protected members. Okay, so without the object name you can access the protected members. So and this is up. Okay, so that's about access modifier, and let's see some new topics tomorrow's class. Okay, so please go through this video once again and note down all the points whichever no, note down all the points whichever you feel which is recommended and required to note down. Okay, thanks everyone.